Seahawks versus Rams, 23-16. The Seahawks lose to the Rams. The Seahawks are kind of falling apart over here. Russ, 2 weeks ago, he trademarked the saying, let Russ cook. Since then, he's 0-2. He's had a lot of turnovers. The Seahawks went from number 1 in the NFC. They were going to get a bye going into the playoffs, and now they're third place in their division. I think they're the 6th seed in the NFC. So it's been a rough few weeks for the Seahawks. You actually can't really put the blame on the defense. I know for the whole NFL season, everyone's been talking about the Seahawks defense, how they've been historically bad, how they allow the most pass yards in like NFL history through the first 9 weeks of the NFL season. It's been rough for them, but they showed up. They kind of showed up. They only allowed the Rams to score 23 points. They kept the game at a reachable distance for Russell Wilson and that offense. They kept them in there. They gave up 6 points in the second half. I believe they got some turnovers. They held up their own. The Seahawks offense just couldn't get anything going. Russell Wilson had 3 turnovers. He had another game with multiple turnovers. He had two interceptions and a fumble. Both interceptions were pretty ugly. The first one, especially, I did not understand what he was doing. He stepped up into the pocket, and it looked like he was gonna run for the first down, and he was gonna have a one-on-one with the defender. And sometimes Russell Wilson's able to, in the open field, make a move and get rid of the defender. And I thought that's what he was gonna do. But right as he was approaching the line of scrimmage, he sees the wide receiver on the left side of the end zone, and he tries to lob it up to them. And that was a bad decision. It was an easy interception for the Rams defender. And then the second interception, it was like a 10-yard out route. Kind of threw it too late, or the defender read him. The defender was looking at Russ, saw that he wanted to go there, cut off the receiver and picked him off. And then he low snap. That one's half on the center, half on Russell Wilson. It was a low snap. Russell Wilson wasn't able to corral it. He tried to reach down to pick it up, and then he couldn't. And then he tried to dive on it, and he wasn't able to. And that was another turnover. So what I've learned is the Seattle Seahawks are a pretty good team when there's no turnovers, when the offense is firing on all cylinders. By no means they're like an amazing team. Even when that happens, they usually squeak out wins, but it's usually like enough to get W's, to get wins. But whenever the offense has a lot of turnovers, they have no chance. They have no chance to win. And it's kind of sad because it seems like they can never get a good defensive performance and a good offensive performance at the same time. It seems like either Russell Wilson goes crazy and has a great game, leads the offense to a lot of points, but then the defense chokes and gives up more points to the other team. Or now, for the first time, the defense puts up a good showing, a decent showing, a showing that you could, be proud of against the Rams, against a pretty good offense. They allowed 23 points, only 6 in the second half, and then the offense just couldn't get anything going. And I'm hoping that the Seahawks are able to get a full game together where the defense plays good and the offense plays good, because they're in the NFC, and the NFC is very, very tough. And they, like I said, they went from the first place in the NFC to third place in their division, and now they're the 6th seed. They do play the Cardinals on Thursday Night Football, so they have a chance to go right back up to first place. They did already. The two teams they're competing against in their division, the Rams and the Cardinals, took game 1 of their 2 games this season. So as far as if Arizona is able to beat the Seattle Seahawks again, they'll be a game up on them, plus another half, because they would have swept the series 2-0 for the year. So this game is very crucial for Seattle. If they lose to Arizona, it's going to be real hard for them to win the division. And then, it's really tough to get to the Super Bowl once you have to go on the road 3 times. So Seattle is low-key a must-win game. Like, you don't want to lose 3 in a row. And then I think I forgot who they play after the Cardinals, but you don't want to lose 3 games in a row, and then you just keep doubting yourself once you get in these losing streaks. So they need to beat the Cardinals. The Cardinals are playing good football, but they also don't have the best defense. I think it's going to be an exciting game. This Thursday Night Football game is going to be a great game. If you're not doing anything Thursday, watch this game. Seattle Seahawks versus the Cardinals. As far as the Rams, they showed a pretty balanced attack. There's good running game. Goff did his thing. He didn't look spectacular, but in my opinion, Goff never really looks spectacular other than that Super Bowl year where McVay had everything firing and they looked like a all-time great offense. But the offense does enough. It's not the Super Bowl offense of like 3 years ago, but it's a consistent offense that gets enough points to get the win. And the defense is good too. They have stars on that defense, and they showed up yesterday. Jalen Ramsey made his point for being the best cornerback in the NFL. He completely shut down Metcalf. He followed him almost all the game. Metcalf, I believe, only had 2 catches for 26 yards after destroying the league in all the other weeks. That was all everyone was talking about. Metcalf. Even LeBron called him Baby LeBron. Everybody was, giving Metcalf his praises, and for good measure. He's had a great start of the season, and he's really made that leap to the second year. But Jalen Ramsey showed the NFL why he's the highest paid cornerback in the league. It was an impressive performance by Jalen Ramsey, and very impressive win for the Rams. A lot of people were saying that the Rams hadn't beat anybody, that they had just beaten the NFC East, the Cowboys, the the Washington football team, the Eagles, and the Giants, and then they beat the Bears. So people were saying they haven't really beaten anybody. Who have they really beaten? We don't know how good the Rams are. Well, now they beat the Seattle Seahawks, and they go to first. They're tied for first in that division. So the Rams are sneaking up on people right now. Honestly, I didn't think the Rams were going to be good this year, but Coach McVay is a good head coach, and he has the Rams back on track, it seems like, and it looks like they are going to make a playoff spot. So shout out to the Rams. Shout out to all the Rams fans. Impressive win against the Seahawks this week, and keep it going. We'll see how they finish up.